Do you have any friends from primary school that you're still friends with? Women relationships are deeper than men relationships. And I'm like, no, they're not. You guys are fake. Like, you guys are best friends overnight and then worst enemies the next fucking day.
The relationships are 100% different.
It's easier to not do anything ever.
Yeah, that's right.
With anything in life.
I think to really maintain your friendships, you have to put effort into it.
There are certain things that will test your friendship.
Yeah.
If I disappeared for a year, how many times would we speak? Do you have any friends from high school? Well, hold on. Do you have any friends from primary school?
Wow.
Were you born in Australia?
I was born in Australia. Okay. Just checking. I'm not that Greek. I'm pretty Greek, but not that Greek.
Do you have any friends from primary school that you're still friends with?
That I went to primary school with? So not like family friends or anything like that, but just like actually went to primary school with them in the same classroom. I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to go with that one. Primary school friends of people you went to primary school with.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no.
So is there anyone that you went to primary school with that you know what they're doing at the moment?
No.
Not one. High school?
Yes. Yeah.
Still friends?
I don't see them regularly, but would I say, I mean, we almost have to define friends, but I would still pick the phone up and call them and say good day.
Define friend.
I don't know. It's, I mean, it might be a little bit different for boys and girls. I could pick up the phone and speak to one of the guys I went to high school with and it'd be like, hey man, what's going on? I haven't spoken to you in ages, and just catch up on shit. And it's like, I saw them yesterday. But do I see them regularly? No, not at all. Like throughout the year, I might see them maybe twice. I mean, there's guys I haven't seen in 5 years plus, and I would still pick up the phone and say good day. So I wouldn't say they're close friends. I wouldn't say they're in my immediate group, but yeah. So I would say that they've almost become more acquaintances now, people I used to know. But, I would still pick up the phone and say good day, or send them a text message on their birthday or something like that. So I do have a few. And from that group of high school friends, like, okay, last year at the F1, funny enough, I went to the F1, and then after one of my mates actually messaged me from high school, and he goes, hey, saw you at the F1, like he saw a story on Instagram, and he goes, we're going to be at the Albert Park Hotel after, whatever it might be. He goes, come down. And I went past, and 6 of my close high school friends were there, and I was like, fuck, honestly, the nostalgia was phenomenal. Like I felt like I was back in high school. Some of the jokes I was saying were still the same. It was just, it was phenomenal just to see them all there in the one spot and catch up with all of them at the same time. And that was great. I loved that. But before that, it'd been years since I'd seen some of them.
Have you done it since?
No.
What?
No. Yeah, good question. I don't know.
You just had a big smile on your face.
I know. I haven't put I haven't put any priority behind it, I guess. Been distracted with life and everything else that's happened. I think to really maintain your friendships, you have to put effort into it.
100%.
And connection. Yeah.
I think
because it's so easy not to.
It's easier to not do anything ever.
Yeah, that's right.
With anything in life. Can you define what is a friend? What is your definition of a friend? I guess everyone will be different for everyone. You said before as well that it's different for men and women. What did you mean by that?
Oh, like I think the relationships are the relationships are 100% different. How they interact and how you talk. In the sense, I could not see you for 6 months and then see you in 6 months, and it's like I saw you yesterday. Do you know what I mean? And whereas a woman would be like, she doesn't fucking like me. What a bitch. She hasn't messaged me. She hasn't done all this shit. I couldn't give a fuck.
I will. There's things of like, what's the hill you're ready to die on?
Yeah.
Like in the sense of like, what's the statement where you're like, hey, I will not change my mind about this.
Yeah.
I say this all the time. I'm like, a lot of women say women relationships are deeper than men relationships, and I'm like, no, they're not. You guys are fake. Like, you guys are best friends overnight and then worst enemies the next fucking day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you guys are, oh my God, mama. Like your relationship is so fucking surface level. And then whereas a guy, like you said, you cannot see someone you haven't seen for a year and then be like, hey man, fuck, hey, like women will not do that.
Yeah.
Will not do that. And I'll die on that hill, dude.
That's true. I believe that. I literally had a family friend who I haven't seen in 10 years. We always used to speak, like he just lives on the other side of town, like an hour plus away. So we would speak, you know, every few months or whatever it might be, every 6 months. But there'd be a long period of time that we haven't seen each other. Then he recently bought a jet ski and we called me up one day, says, hey, I just bought a ski. Do you want to go out? I said, yeah. And then all of a sudden we've caught up a few times since, and it's been like nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. There was no bad blood. There was nothing. It was just, we were talking about life. The kids had all grown up, like 101 things that we were talking about. And it was like the old times.
So what's your definition? What's a friend?
Okay. So I would say, well, someone that you get along with, someone that you enjoy their company, right? And there is genuine like there. Someone that has care for you and you for them, in the sense of they're not out to, as you said, be fake or anything like that. It's a genuine connection with another person, I think. That's what I look at. And for me to be friends with someone, I'd want to have that genuine connection. I'd want it to be mutually reciprocated too. I wouldn't want it to just be a one-way street where we'd go out and it's just me giving or whatever it is in that relationship. It'd have to be the same. It'd have to go both ways. And yeah, someone you enjoy being around as well.
What else? Is that it?
No,
Like,
I think I love my friends as well. There's a level of bromance there, if you know what I mean. Like I genuinely care about the guys, like my close mates.
Yep.
And I make an effort with my close friends. I probably have 5 close friends from my uni days that we always try and catch up on a monthly basis, at the very least. And you know, because especially when in the early days of marriage and kids, and when everyone was having young babies and stuff like that, that was definitely lost. Like we went months, if not a year or so, without seeing each other, because it was just, we'd always talk, but it was just like we had young kids and it was just a completely different time in our lives. And then now that our kids are older, we're like, no, we've got to actually make the effort to be going out and booking dinners and going to do things together, because I think it's so important to have those relationships outside of your home relationship.
Do you have, so you said there's 5?
Yeah, it's about 5, like close ones. I'm talking about from guys that I went to like uni with, that I've been friends with for 20 years.
Do you have different groups of friends?
Yeah, I would say I would. Yeah.
That you catch up with regularly?
No, like I wouldn't say as regular as those guys, but yeah, I've got different groups of friends, and you make new friends as well. You know, I've recently connected with a new guy, like I'd say he's a relatively new friend, and we go on walks every second week or every week when we can. We'll go walk to 10 just in the morning, just before work at like 6 in the morning, and we just talk work, we talk business, we talk lifestyle, we talk a whole range of things. So it's good to have that connection every now and then. When we were in part of a business group, we have made some new friends and new connections there as well. I mean, we've become friends through that as well. This isn't just a working relationship. You know, I'd give you a buzz if I had a question that wasn't work related. I enjoy hanging out with you outside of work. I enjoy doing this podcast. Like if I didn't enjoy your company,
This would be tough.
Yeah, this would be very hard. It'd be very hard. Like I genuinely, like when we go to events like interstate and shit like that, that's kind of like getting away with your mates. You know, I have that connection with yourself. And I think if we didn't have a friendship like that, this podcast would be very hard to do. It would be a task.
It'd be tedious.
Yeah, it'd be, oh, fuck, I don't know the podcast.
Yeah, it's like a job, like a meeting.
Yeah, exactly right. And yeah, I reckon that's important to have that connection, that level of connection with people. I think that there'd be different relationships across the board though.
Yeah. Do you find, because sometimes you can meet someone and you're like, hey man, like this person's quite cool or smart or whatever it is, and you're like, but you never really foster that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that happens? So I'm sure there's people you've met where you're like, good person or good bloke or
Yeah.
good chick or whatever it is. But you never really get to, or you might initially, and then you're hanging out a few times and then it kind of fades.
Yeah.
Why does that sort of happen? Or why do you think that happens?
Well, maybe the connection's not really there. If it sort of fades, or maybe it's one party that feels that way and the other doesn't. Do you know what I mean? So it could be an element of that.
Do you have?
It could be just out of association that you're hanging out, as in your partners are friends, and then you kind of become friends.
Aren't all relationships by association? Like in the sense of maybe not an individual, but maybe a particular topic.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know what I mean?
For sure.
It's very like that. There are certain things that'll test your friendship.
Yeah.
Like being in a different city. It's like, let's see, are you really friends?
Man, so true. You said that. I've got that exact same thing.
Yeah, because that thing will really, really, really test you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, okay, cool. Like, let's just say, okay, if I disappeared for a year, how many times would we speak?
Yeah, that's right. That's a good question.
Yeah. It's like, okay, because then when they're there the whole time, it's way easier.
It's so easy.
Way easier.
And that's probably something where we fail a little bit in our friendship, in the sense of I see you every day. So it's like, oh, well, why do I need to hang out with Robbie outside of work? I see him every day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not that I don't want to. So please don't get upset. If I can cry yourself to sleep tonight.
I'm so upset.
I don't feel that way
You're
either.
aware of it.
But it's like, we see each other so often. It's like, okay, on a rare occasion, we'll go do something outside of work as well. But I had a friend that I'd considered in my close 5 group of friends, and he's been interstate for the last 5-6 years. No, more, probably like closer to 10 years. And I felt at times that relationship was very one-sided.
As in you reaching out to them?
Yeah, correct. And them never to me. And it's like his parents live close to me. Like when he comes to Melbourne, we're walking distance from each other and he won't call. Like, hey, like fucking call me. Let's go for a coffee. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's like,
you know what I mean?
Why haven't you reached out?
Yeah, and that it annoys me. But then it's like when I see him, it's like completely everything's all normal. Like I don't take it to heart, but there is a level of annoyance there with that. It pisses me off, and I've got to bring it up with him. Actually, maybe this is a good time. Good segue. Yeah, hopefully you're listening. And it's like, come on, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? But then that sort of to me turns around, and I'm like, all right, well, if this is one-sided, then I'm going to stop trying. And then that's when I think relationships will start to go the separate way and they become acquaintances, someone I used to be friends with.
What's an acquaintance?
It's just someone you know in passing. It's not someone you would specifically call up and say, hey, let's go for a drink, let's hang out, let's do this, let's do that.
So you would never reach out to an acquaintance?
No, I would. But would I consider them a close friend or anything like that? Like, that's a thing, I guess. Are we talking just a friend, a close friend? Like, is there categories with this? Is there levels to it?
You make the rules.
Yeah, I guess you do.
Yeah, but so like, okay, define it, because then you just used definitions to separate it, and that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I did.
So define it. What's an acquaintance? Don't name it. What's who is someone? What's the difference between an acquaintance and a friend? I had someone tell me the other day. He's like, I've got a big group of mates that I hang around.
Yeah.
He's like, one of the guys in that thing, this person's very direct.
Yeah.
He's like, one of the guys, we've all been mates since school. He's like, there's like, I think maybe 10 people. He goes, he turned to one of them and he goes, hey, like mates since high school. Now they're in their 30s. And he's like, we're not friends. You're an acquaintance. And then the guy was like, what the fuck? And then he's like, yeah, he's like, the reality is if we didn't hang around in these circles, you and I would never fucking kick it.
Oh, as in him and the other person.
Yeah, he's like, you and I would never hang out.
Yeah.
And
it's very direct.
Yeah, that's super direct.
Yeah, that's upset. I'd be upset if someone said that to me.
Yeah, but he's like, he goes, you never fucking call me. He goes, you never fucking want to, like, we never do anything.
And that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of don't. He's just telling it as it is.
Yeah, he's like, he goes, we don't do anything. Yeah. He's like, if I didn't hang around these people and you didn't hang around these people, you and I would never see each other. Yeah. He's like, I'm happy to call you whenever you want. Like, I will call you. It's not that
this isn't a malicious thing.
I don't dislike you.
Yeah.
He's like, but the reality is, we're not friends. We're acquaintances. We're just here by association, and I can reach out to you, but we probably wouldn't call just to chat.
Yeah, I think that's a really good definition and a really good segue into that. I think that's fantastic what you just said. And I rate your mate for saying that. Because look, I had growing up, when I say growing up, in my 20s, man, I had like a huge friendship group, and they were like different friends from different places. Like it was very diverse. And I, at one stage, I would have been like, man, I've got like 40 mates. Like we all hang out on the weekend, all of us, and it's like different groups. That'll be like because I went to uni, everyone was kind of from all over town. And then it's like I become friends with him who was friends with him, and then we'd all hang out, and then these groups would hang out. And then it's like we used to go down to the peninsula during the summer period, and there was like 30 of us, guys, girls, everyone. And it's like everyone knew everyone and brought new people in, and everyone would call each other, and we'd all go to clubs and hang out, and it was a lot of fun. And I back then was like, yeah, I'm friends with, we're good mates with him, good mates with him. And it wasn't actually until I got married that came to fruition, or that I got into a serious relationship, that it became apparent who was a close friend and who was an acquaintance, who was someone that was just there out of association, and that we were friends because it was convenient and everyone was together. But would I call you outside of that relationship, or would we catch up for a coffee outside of those circles? Probably not. And that was the real eye-opener for me. And that was actually quite tough for me at the time when it happened, because I was like, I thought I was good friends with these people, and I'm actually not.
Yeah, when I was in high school,
and again, sorry, not bad people.
No,
great people.
It's got nothing to do with the.
It wasn't. We didn't have a fight. We didn't do anything. It was just priority shifted, and then it was like, well, are you really that good of a friend?
Yeah, it's like I used to have. I reckon there's probably a group of maybe 8 to 10 of us.
Yeah.
And I remember like coming out of high school, we used to still hang out after high school. We used to always hang out, right? And you think, nah, like you hear the story. It's, as you get older, people get busy and you part ways. And I used to think, nah, not us. Like, we're too close.
I was that guy, man.
Huh?
I was that guy. I thought in high school I was going to be friends with those blokes for the rest of my life. And it wasn't until I left the bubble of high school and realized there was a bigger world out there other than that little bubble of high school that I was like, man, there's a whole new world out here. And, don't get me wrong, like once we got out of high school, we're still hanging out with my high school friends. We'll still go to pubs and bars and clubs and all that sort of stuff. But I stopped playing football as well. And then that's when I sort of veered off and hung out with my friends from uni. And that's when I started to develop more deeper and meaningful relationships there. Whereas I think in high school, you're kind of forced to be friends because that's who you're seeing every single day.
Yeah, but so this is where I had this conversation with someone. It's like, well, what is it that makes you friends? You need to have something that allows you to come together.
I think, exactly. I think so too. There's got to be a commonality there. There's got to be common interests. There's got to be things that light a spark of some sort that would have you can have conversations around. Because on the other side of that, there'd be people that you meet that you don't get along with and you don't want to be friends with.
Yeah.
There's just people that you're just like, he's a weird guy. Like, I do not want to hang out with him.
Oh,
but other people, they'd be like, oh man, you want to play Dungeons and Dragons? Let's go. Like, let's go do that on the weekend. I can't wait.
Yes, it's got to be like I think if to put it down to the simplest way, it's kind of like you have to have some level of value alignment.
Yeah.
So there's going to be like, cool, we align on this particular thing. We like the same things, want the same things, whatever it is.
Yep.
And then on the other side, there's got to be some level of commonality in the sense of like, cool, like we can do this together. Because when you don't have anything you can do together, it becomes very tough to maintain the relationship. Like, imagine you don't see anyone by default, which, by the way, like to have that's why, imagine you had to go see your wife every time. Like she didn't live with, like, for example, and you're like, I've got to make plans every single time to go see her.
Yeah.
It's like, whereas by default, it helps that she's there because then you see her by default always, right? It's very hard if you don't have anything that you guys have in common to then constantly see each other. Like, think about, you just spoke about the business group.
Yep.
How many people have you seen from that business group?
Yeah, not heaps.
How many did you used to see?
At the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many have you seen in the last 6 months?
In less than a handful.
Have you seen any?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I haven't.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Not off the top. I've spoken to some,
Yeah. No, I have.
hung out with,
Yeah.
but I reckon.
One, at least one, two, at least three that I can think of off the top of my head right now. 4. Yeah. 3.
Yeah, okay. I could
Yeah.
probably say. No.
But I would speak to them as well. Like, not just, you're saying just actually hanging out?
No, so yeah, it's like seeing in person.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd say at least 3. 3 to 4.
This year.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, not this year. Sorry. Not this year.
Okay.
1 this year.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you got to have something in common with those individuals.
Yeah, absolutely you do. Absolutely. And I think, growing up, it's like just there would be sports, there's music, there's other hobbies that you might be doing that you're interested in. Ethnicity, I think, would play a part in it too.
You reckon?
Yeah, I really do.
Why?
Did you ever have that in high school? Did you ever see people congregate in ethnicities?
Yeah, but it's commonalities.
But that's what I mean. There's common interest there. So there's a level of comfort there and going, well, I'm going to go hang out with all the wogs because they're ethnic.
Do you feel like you hang out with more Greeks?
I would say Europeans, not Greeks, but yeah, but specifically Greek. But I would say there's a level of connection with some European people more so than other ethnicities. And you see that like I'm saying, even in high school. There used to be the wogs, there used to be the skips, there used to be whatever, the Indians, the Asians, like people would hang out in almost ethnicities. Like I used to get given shit. I was the wog that played AFL, and then, but I'd say I can hang out with anyone though. So I can go hang out with all you guys and play footy, but then I can go hang out with all the wogs and play soccer or just talk shit or whatever it might be. So I think ethnicity does have a part to play in it too.
Yeah,
I think it would influence people's decision. Not that I'd look at it as a judgment thing from the second I meet someone.
Racist.
Yeah, racist. So racist.
I think by default you can naturally congregate towards people who have common things.
Yeah.
It's like saying the people who play soccer hang around people who play soccer.
Yeah.
Like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a common trait.
That's right. They can talk about it. They've got a team. Like I couldn't tell you a single, like Ronaldo. Does he play still? I hope so. No, he does. But I'm just saying, it's like I don't know any soccer players. And I couldn't have a conversation with someone about soccer that's deep and meaningful. It doesn't mean that I don't hang out with people that like soccer and vice versa.
Yeah. I'd cut people off if they like soccer.
It's called football.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Yeah, no, I think it's interesting. Do you think we as adults struggle to make friends?
You should be better at it by the time you're an adult. No, do you know what? Kids don't struggle to make friends.
Why?
Not all of them. Because I think there's that lack of fear or rejection. I've seen my kids in this scenario, especially the younger they are. They'll just go and play with anyone. Oh, you want to play? It's like, yeah, okay. Oh, cool, let's go play. Cool, we're friends. And they have a lot of fun and the best friend. I don't think there's any expectations. There's no judgment. There's just like the moment and having fun in that moment. So, yeah, I think it might be a little bit harder for adults to do, but this is a generalization too. Some people might find it very easy to go and make friends.
Yeah, but we tend to speak in general terms.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think so. I think people might be lonelier than they've ever been before, even though they are more connected with phones and media and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, but do you think most people as adults tend to not be good at it?
Yeah. Yes. And I say
Why?
that because I think there's a level of having skill to connect with people too and communicate and be likable.
But how can they do that better as a kid?
I don't know. Maybe there's no boundaries there as a kid, in the sense, no judgment from either side. It's just the moment of, hey, let's get together and have fun.
Yeah.
Whereas there might be levels of expectation with adults.
Like, you didn't call me.
Yeah, that's right. And then, as you said, he didn't call me, you didn't do this. He's doesn't care. It's one-sided. Whatever it might be.
Yeah, but touching on that whole one-sided thing, like I will do that. Like if I find that a and I'll give you a really good example. Actually, it was I got a mate. I've got no negative thing about him, but for a long time he would not make
Any effort.
Yeah, like zero effort. And it kind of just got to the point where you're like, yeah, bro, I'll see you and I'll see you.
Yeah.
Like but like he does that with everything in his life. It's just he's
That's who he is.
yeah, that's just who he is.
You see, the thing with okay, so on that, I had that mate I mentioned before. What would annoy me is he would call other people in our group.
He said maybe he doesn't like you.
Well, it must be. It must be.
Yeah.
So, so that level, I was like, come on, man. Like, I've literally, we were really, when he was in Melbourne, I'd say he was my best friend. Do you know what I mean? Like, we were really close. We'd hang out on the weekends. I've slept over at his house 100 times. I see his parents now, and I'll hang out with them and have a coffee. You know, so there was a really close connection there. I'm like, hey, I'm a phone call away. If he called me and said, hey, I'm here, I would drop what I'm doing. I would have dropped what I'm doing. So, hey, I'm there, whatever. I'll come see you for a coffee. You're at work? Don't worry, I'll cancel my meetings. You got half an hour? Cool. I'll come see you. And it was like that's what I would have done. But it's like, when I find out that he'd come to Melbourne and then he'd go and meet up with people and there's, sorry, man, just here for a short time. Don't know. I've just got to see the family and then I've got to go and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, hey, it's priorities. You can always make time. If you care enough, you make time.
Yeah. You're so close with that.
Yeah. Like when I said no, I wouldn't say I'm close. No, but again, no bad blood. If I see him, we'll chat. We'll talk. It'll be like old times. But it's like now I'm less inclined to be like, hey, come out for a coffee or let's catch up or whatever it might be. But if I saw him, it wouldn't be it'd be probably just like normal in all honesty, but I won't go out of my way now to start making an effort because it's not being reciprocated.
Yeah, I think it takes two to tango. You know, and
there's got to be value both ways. There has to be some, both of you have to get something out of that relationship. You know, for it to be meaningful and for it to be lasting.
Yeah, otherwise it just won't. One side of the equation will get drained.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a friend like that, and he just like. But even now, like I'll see him. Like if he calls down, he says, "Oh, hey, let's go camping, or whatever." I'm like, "Oh, sure," and I'll go, and it'll be great.
Yeah.
Like you'll have so much fun. But yeah, I just kind of learned like, oh, that's how you manage this. I'll just bring to the table what you bring to the table. Do you know what I mean? Because then otherwise you end up like, hey man, come on man, like you don't fucking do this, and then you just realize like that's just the way that particular individual is, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I think another thing as well is like people change over time.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And
they should, and so they should.
Not everyone you bring to every table needs to do everything that you do. You know what I mean? Like you might have friends who don't necessarily care about business.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's cool. But you got to have something that you do. Like you might have your camping friends or your going away friends or your fishing friends or your footy friends or whatever it is that you like to do. You might have friends that belong in that circle of friends. Like I've got a group of friends. I'm actually catching up with them tomorrow night. Mercedes group.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's like we all worked together at one point. And
so cool.
Yeah, and every 2 or 3 months we just catch up and have dinner.
Awesome. I used to
and
do
like
the same
no
thing.
one works together anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry, maybe 1 or 2 of them still work together.
Yeah,
and everyone else doesn't.
That's awesome.
Like, yeah, and we used to all work in one workplace at one point. Yeah,
that's so good. Yeah, we do the same with the guys that I used to work with at Multiplex. We'll probably catch up once every 6 months, but there's about 6 to 8 of us that we just catch up, go for dinner, talk shit, and it's amazing. Like these are people I worked with nearly 20 years ago, and there's still that connection there. Now, like you say, are we friends? Well, okay, I still speak to them, still catch up every now and then. So say, yeah, I'd say we're friends. It's cool how you've got, you can have different groups for sure.
Is there, do you feel like, I guess everyone listening to this as well, you probably had someone cross your mind at some point based on one of these questions and you're like, oh yeah, like I haven't really, spoken to or seen or made an effort with that individual? Is there someone that comes to your mind or that has come to your mind throughout this whole conversation? You don't have to name them, by the way. Maybe don't name them.
Joshua.
Joshua.
I don't know any Joshua.
Not one?
Um,
You know lots of Joshuas.
do I?
I don't know.
Okay. Look, not specifically. I feel content with the people in my life at the moment that I'm connecting with and being with. So not specifically, no. Because again, the same token, if I haven't spoken to them for a while, they also haven't spoken to me for a while.
Yeah, but
So it does work both ways.
Not about playing the blame game.
No, I know, but I'm just saying
But
I feel content with
that's
the
an
people
interesting comment. That's an
what?
interesting comment. You feel content.
Yeah.
So do you have to feel lonely to have friends?
No.
Then?
Then what?
Do you get- as in your comment towards that was, I feel content towards this. And it's like that is your justification to saying like, well, anyone I haven't called, I don't really need to call right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. But I still don't see what the angle that you're taking. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, of course you're going to be fine with that. You're telling yourself you're fine with that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying to you is, do you have to be not fine with it to reach out to someone?
Oh, okay. No, you don't. You don't.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Do you understand the angle I'm coming?
Yeah. Now I do. No, look. Again, I've just got it's priorities, isn't it? At the end of the day, if you want to speak to someone, and you want to connect with someone, you can and you will and you do. So it's probably just not at the forefront of my mind of things that are going on in my life at the moment.
Do you think social media helps with that? Like, do you think technology in general has helped us with?
Yeah. So imagine if we didn't have any of that.
Then it's proximity.
Back in the day.
It's got to be proximity then. Because
Yeah.
what you're gonna do? Write a letter to someone?
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm saying you've still got phones and texts and all that, but just say I'm just saying phones and text.
Yeah.
Right. Let's say no social media. Yeah, I think there may be less connection with some of those people then, if there wasn't that social media aspect of it.
Yeah, but do you feel like, okay, most people, everyone has like a connection cup, right? And by cup, I mean like your own. And it's like, for people to fill that, everyone needs a different amount. Some people need more connection in their life. Some people need less connection in their life.
Yep.
Some people need 100 different friends. And some people are like, hey man, I've got one friend. We see each other once a year. And
it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah,
My
it's
cup's
like-
full.
yeah, I get everything I need out of that. Do you feel like people might get with social media? Because like social media, all in all, isn't a bad thing.
No.
I know people, well, social media. Like, but don't use it. Very
Delete
simple. But it allows you to stay connected with people that you may have not otherwise. But for those individuals,
I agree.
For those, dude, how many people do you know what's going on in their life because of social media? And you're like, hey man, I would have forgotten your name. I would have completely forgotten that. Hey, there is no worse feeling than when you're sitting somewhere and someone says, Robbie, and you look at them and you think, fuck, bro, I know you. I got no idea where the fuck I know you from.
Oh my God.
That is the worst fucking feeling.
Stop.
Is that not the worst feeling ever?
Dude, it happens to me daily. I can't fucking
Yeah,
cope.
and you're like, right, I know you, man. I know your face is so familiar, but I've got no idea what part of my life you came from. Like, I met you dude, I had a guy who came to me once. I met him in building school.
Yeah, right.
And like, he said his name to me, and I looked at him, and I'm thinking like, yeah, like, but
It's
where?
so true.
Where the
So true.
fuck
If
did
I
you
had-
come from, bro? Like,
Man, if there were some people now that I went to TAFE with, like if they came up to me, I'd be like, "Whoa, what's your name again?
yeah, you're like, fuck, hey,
I should know.
yeah, I've seen you. Well, we've definitely crossed paths at one point.
That's funny. That is funny.
Yeah, it's very funny. But like, I think social media helps
It does.
reduce that. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure.
Because then you stay connected with that individual even if it's by,
And then that's maybe why you might feel more connected with them even though you haven't seen them in a year as well.
yeah,
You still may keep in touch, like an odd message here and there, a DM, or comment on their photo or video or something like that.
yeah, definitely.
So I do think that helps, yes.
Yeah, but so do you think people are getting their cup filled, which was what I was alluding to,
I reckon they would.
and then therefore not
Yes.
actually connecting?
Yes.
So it's kind of like, fuck, I see you on Instagram.
Yeah, I really do. And
And
especially
they're-
if it's someone that posts regularly and whatnot, I do think that for sure.
Yeah, or
I mean,
even,
I've had
even
strangers come up to me and say that. They go, I feel like I know you because I just see you so much on socials. And I feel like a lot of people, it's funny, it's like I'll meet people I know or meet up with people I know. Say, oh man, I see everything you're doing. It's great. Well, cool. I've never seen you like anything. I've never seen you comment. I've never seen a DM. So yeah, I do feel that would fill people's cup up. Even if they don't believe it, I reckon it would.
Yeah, but do you think by default then people are less likely to come to the dinners?
Yes.
Because then it's like, well, I don't really need that as much as had I not been able to
It's not
connect
can't.
with-
I think if they were invited, they would go. I think it's more, will they make the effort to reach out to organise it? I don't think they would go to that level because they get their cups filled through social media. So yes, I do think that would be something that people would lean on to stay connected.
Is it then therefore a bad thing?
No, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing at all.
Would
Why would it be
people-
a bad thing?
Because then people aren't actually catching up. Because they're kind of like, well,
But if it's filling your cup, why does it matter?
I saw you on
Yeah, so on
Instagram.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, I saw you on Instagram, and man, like, it's cool. Wouldn't that be a bad thing?
But no, it depends on what your definition of that being a bad thing is. Like
Then-
some people, if you're okay with that, why is that a bad thing? And if the other person's okay with it, why is it a bad thing?
So what would be the downside to it?
Look, regardless, I think, I don't know, just the human connection is an important thing to actually touch, feel, look, high five someone, having that camaraderie with someone. I think that's an important thing to have. But do you need to have it with every single person at every single time of your life to be friends? Probably not.
Yeah, no, I think more, you're probably looking at it from your perspective more than the other person. It's like,
Yeah.
I think if the other person is not, because I think there would be a lack. If they got all their connection just from an online source,
Yeah.
I think there is some level of lack there.
Yes.
And then that person
So
starts
we're not saying all connection though.
but the whole thing is like they get their cup filled and then do less of the thing that fills.
Less of it, yeah.
Yeah.
But not all of it. Not getting all their connection through social media.
Yeah, okay, so what's the line?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so it's like, cool, someone might do it and get 99%,
Yeah.
and that someone else might do it and get 40%. Do you know what I mean? And it's usually the people in the extremities who tend to get the worst of it.
Mm.
Does that make sense? It's the people who spend 4 hours on TikTok
Yeah.
who are the ones who fucking end up with the most brain damage. Yeah, it's always the people that take it to the extremes that end up, it's the drug addicts who can't stop.
Yeah.
Is there anyone do you have anyone from your past, like a friend, where you're like, man, I kind of wish we'd stayed in contact?
Yeah, I'm really
quick.
going through the memory bank
Yeah,
now.
and it's like your mind might even block it out. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
maybe.
You might purposefully be like, that, oh, fuck, man, like that, fuck that guy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you might purposefully not remember because they upset you. They wouldn't
Well,
get
if
jet skiing. They wouldn't get
That
jet
would
skiing.
get just I can't talk to you. No, look, not really. No, not really. Oh, man, if you'd asked me that question 10 years ago, I'd probably have a list of people.
So what's changed?
Remember when I said before about when my priorities changed in my life and I got into a serious relationship and those acquaintances that I thought were good friends? That's what I'm talking about there.
So your opinions of those people changed?
Yeah, maybe.
There's not one of those where you kind of think,
Maybe a couple of them. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe now that I'm thinking back to it, there's probably a couple of guys there that I was like, oh, yeah, it's cool. But I don't lose sleep over it. I'm just now bringing it up in conversation.
fuck, I hope you don't lose sleep over it.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Do you think guys and girls can be friends?
Me?
Yeah.
Only by association.
I concur.
Yeah. Like in the sense of we work together.
Yeah, or it's your mate's missus.
Yeah. Or like, we see each other at this thing all
Yeah.
the time. But if it's like you guys are purposefully hanging out one-on-one separately.
Correct.
I don't think so, no.
It's definitely not.
Yeah.
100%. Guys and girls, you're hearing it here. And if you want to contest me, go for it. Guys and girls cannot be friends.
I agree.
One party or the other in that relationship, in that friendship, will develop feelings eventually. And even if you say, no, it's platonic, we never would go there, no, blah, 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 blah. Like, you ask the guy most of the time, say, hey, would you tap that? Like, fuck. But come on. Do you know what I mean? Like 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the guy. All right. But here's the other thing, right?
The guy develops feelings?
Yeah. Or would he go, like say, would you go there? So, yeah, would I go there? Yeah, all right.
Yeah, no, but I think this is the
Oh.
part where, for all our female listeners, I think women don't understand how a man's...
You think you're there?
I, especially more recently, have learned more and more and more how differently men and women think.
Mm-hmm.
Like so fucking differently.
Absolutely.
It is wild.
Yeah.
We're like two different species. And, women, I believe women can be friends with men. I believe men are the problem.
Okay. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
How so? How so?
How so?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to, it's pretty funny. Let's imagine right now, you can think of whoever you want for this scenario.
Yeah.
Let's say a woman you and I both know by association.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Let's imagine she was here right now.
Mm-hmm.
And let's imagine that she took her top off.
Mm-hmm.
You and I are going to go, whoa, what are you doing? Whoa. I don't want to say, you're my friend. Stop. Like, you're not. Let's be really, if you did, I'd call you gay.
Hang on. A friend.
Huh?
Yeah, say a friend through associate.
You might be thinking of someone that I'm
No, I'm just saying anyone. I'm just trying to think of anyone. Like, say it was a person that worked with us.
Yeah.
All right. Say it was someone that, a female that worked in this office and then just took her top off. You're telling me, you're like, hey, if I can start throwing dollar signs at it.
No, I didn't say that. But I'm saying like, for you wouldn't, your instant reaction wouldn't be the same as if it was the other way around. Right? A female would be like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Whereas no men ever like, okay, this is going to sound very bad.
Oh, God.
But like,
here we go.
Imagine that happened and she had some particular part of her, like she was wearing a very tight top and her tits were half out.
Yeah.
And then she left and I looked at you and I said,
You wouldn't even need to say anything.
yeah. And then you wouldn't look at me. Hey,
but
no, let me finish. Because imagine you looked at me and you were like, hey, and then I said to you, George, it's our friend.
It's our friends.
That would not happen. You know that. Yeah. It is comical.
Yeah.
It is comical
It is
to
funny.
think that would, I'd look at you and be like, George, hey, come on, bro, we're friends.
Yeah.
Like, fucking
Can't do that,
dumb, bro.
relax.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
stop it.
Yeah. You're going to ruin the friendship.
That's what I mean. Yeah, guys and girls cannot be friends.
Guys and girls cannot be friends. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
okay.
women don't understand that.
Yeah.
Women don't understand that men will say that. They'll be like, what? And then if you tell them.
And there's no malice behind that too, yeah?
No, it's
guys are visual creatures. Like, we're attracted to what we see first up. That's the first thing that we look at. And any guy that says otherwise is fucking talking shit. It is the first thing a guy is attracted to is the looks. All right? They are going to look at those things. That's why that's the first thing that any man will look at is what the person looks like and are they attracted to it.
Yeah. You know what baffles me as well? A woman who walks out of her, like, gets dressed that morning and then wears a top where you're like exposing so much cleavage. What do you think is going to happen?
Can I
Like,
just
is
say-
your hope like, hey, I'm going to leave my tits half out and hopefully no one looks?
Yeah, can I just say something? And this is something that's, I don't even know when it came into fruition, but it definitely wasn't around in my 20s when I was at the gym. All right. But you go to the gym now, most women in the gym now are wearing skin tight clothing, gym clothing, activewear, whatever the fuck it's called. That leaves nothing to the imagination.
It's great.
I get it, right? But all right, so would you get upset now as a woman? You're walking in and a guy sees you and you're wearing one of those fucking pants that just show your whole ass. It's out there.
Yeah.
And like, oh, this pervert looking at my ass. Like, well, fuck, man, I'm a heterosexual guy and you've walked past me wearing literally nothing and you're saying, oh, we're the bad guys here. Like, fuck off.
I've seen so many videos of
know.
guys getting caught out
Yeah.
in gyms.
It's become memes now and it's
terrifying.
funny. It's funny now because they'll see it, they'll film it, and then they look and they're like, oh.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, I just got caught. Yeah,
Oh, but
that is wild.
if a woman ever went off
think-
at me
do you think
in the
we
gym,
should
I'd
stop
fucking lose it.
Do you think? Oh, at you?
At them, I would lose it at them. If they say, oh, did you enjoy your look? I go, fuck off. Wear some fucking appropriate clothing at the gym and don't be a porn star. All right. And then maybe I won't look at your ass or your tits.
So
Like if someone actually approached me like that, I'd get very upset. Don't fucking approach me at the gym.
Do you think? Don't you dare approach?
No, I just
George
want
at
to
the
work
gym.
out and just leave me alone. Don't talk to me.
Do you think they should not be allowed to wear that?
They can do whatever they want, but there's consequences with that too. Yeah. Don't be upset if you're walking down the street and then the guy turns around and goes, holy shit. Again, guys are visual creatures. That's what they're going to look at. That's what they're going to be attracted to. But there's a level of them wanting to do that too. Why would you wear something so revealing like that?
So do you think women?
I would
wear
be
that?
upset if my missus walked out of the room, out of the house like that. I wouldn't let her.
Do you think? Do you think they purposefully do that?
It has to be.
I think a lot of women would contest that.
Why?
You
man, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know
Right.
exactly what you're talking
So
about.
it's like,
But I think the argument.
how are you? What's the argument? You're wearing skin tight clothing that's hugging your figure in every crevice.
Let me finish my sentence. I think the argument would be, I do it for me. I do it for my friends.
No, you
You know?
don't. You're a liar. You're a liar. Here's the other thing with friendships, men and women. All right. Eventually, let's just say they are friends. Okay. Pure friends. No, she is my friend. He is my friend. There is nothing there. We both feel the same way. There is nothing ever going to happen there. We are just friends. Eventually, one of those two, and the best friends, we hang out all the time. We go for coffees. We go for dinners. We go to the movies. We just hang out. We're just mates.
Male,
That's it.
female.
Male, female. Eventually, one of them is going to get into a relationship. Okay? So they get in a relationship. Do you then think it's okay that your missus is hanging out with this bloke every second weekend?
Do I?
Yeah, but
Yeah, no
just even exactly. So how can that relationship be a friendship? It can't exist. It cannot exist where your missus and this bloke are friends and they hang out every weekend. No, if I'm your friend, I should be your best friend. If you're going to marry me, if we're going to be together, I'm your best friend. All right, not this fucking bloke. So that in itself is an issue. And a man would have an issue with that. I'm telling you, a guy would have an issue with that. I would not like it if my missus at the time we were dating was like, oh, he's my best friend. We just hang out all the time. Like, bullshit.
What if he's
You're
gay?
not fucking hang out.
What if he's gay?
Even more reason not to hang out. No,
Even
no, then it's a little bit different then, yes.
why?
Because well, there's no sexual attraction there.
What if he's lying?
Yeah, it could be lying. We've seen memes like that too.
What if
They
he's
just
like,
pretend to be.
"Are you gay? Kiss me. Prove you're fucking gay."
Oh god.
Yeah, so would you be
but
more
still-
comfortable with it?
But no, actually, no, I wouldn't, because then it's like, okay, when you're my partner, you're representing me as well. Like, we are a unit, we are one, and even just someone driving by seeing you sitting with another male, they're like, oh, why is he hanging out with her? Why is she hanging out with him and not her husband? All right, even if they don't know that he's gay or whatever it might be. So yeah, I'd still eventually be like, no, man, like this has got to stop. So I think and it works both the other way too, mind you. Yeah. So if it's the girl gets the boyfriend, and then the boyfriend's like, oh, I'm just going to go hang out with Rebecca today. we're just going to go, movies. Is that cool
Yeah.
with you? Like,
She's
that's wrong. That is
my
completely fucking wrong. Stay at home with your missus. What the fuck are you doing going out with another woman?
Yeah.
So I do not believe it might work for a period of time, okay, to be friends for a period of time, but I do not think that relationship will ever be like that and be sustainable.
I think also, most men, whether they are conscious of it or not, will back off once the girl gets a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Most men. Do you know why? But whether they are conscious of, because like most men aren't friends for the sake of being friends, whether they are aware of it or not. That's my opinion. I think most, like no one, I don't know any guy who's been like, but she's my friend, man. Like I just don't. I don't know if you do, but I think most, in my experience, if the girl gets a boyfriend, most guys will be like, whatever, man.
So then, right, there you go. Whatever, man. Like, so was it a real friendship to begin with?
No,
You know what I mean?
I don't
Exactly.
think it ever was.
Exactly.
No. Unless you are friends by like the proximity.
Yes.
Like you work in the same office, for example. Like that can be because you see each other. You can go, hey, how you doing?
Yeah,
Blah,
exactly.
blah, blah.
You're friendly.
Yeah,
you know?
You're friendly. That's what it is.
There is a connection there. Yes. All right. But I think even that can be, I think that can go the wrong way as well. If you're, this is my work wife. Hey, you're starting to blur the lines here. No, we're not that. What was I saying? You were just saying, 100%. It's through association without a doubt. Without a doubt.
You need to have a reason to constantly see each other.
Yep.
And if you're using things that are outside of, but we go to the movies together. But we like to hang out.
Yeah,
That's
like
not,
the same
that's
things.
not.
It's not. Do you think it's important to have nights out with the boys?
I think it is the most important thing ever.
Do you really? You're just saying that?
No, I swear to God.
Yeah. So you think it's great to have male camaraderie outside of your relationship with your partner?
1,000%.
How come? Why are you so pro that?
I am. So if I look back over my life, like if I reflect, right, and I think everyone should take time, whether you do it weekly, monthly, annually, whatever, take time to reflect, and it's like, if I think of my greatest, happiest moments, almost all of them are like me with my mates. And I think, I'm sorry, girls, you're going to hate what I'm about to say, but I think no matter who you are, nothing is more fun than being with the boys. Nothing. It is the most fucking fun time you will have in your whole life. Okay, there is, in my opinion, and like maybe you can correct me and say, nah, bro, when you have kids or something like that. But from my experience, hanging out with the boys is the most fun you can have ever in your whole life. An overseas trip with your missus is great. An overseas trip with the boys is fucking phenomenal. Like, that's just the truth. I don't care. Like, it's the truth. Okay, it's not to say that you don't like your missus or anything like that. Or
That's right.
It's just different.
It's different.
Okay,
it's a different thing.
Yeah, it's a different kind of fun.
Correct.
And I'm sorry, but it's hard to compete with that.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. I'm glad you said it because it's like you're not talking about the levels of happiness. You're not talking about the feeling. You're talking because obviously nothing compares to your kids and your family and all that sort of stuff, right?
No, yeah.
And if you had to pick, like, if I had to pick one, I would pick them every day of the week, as in my
but you're
my
not
wife
going
and
to
kids.
pick.
I know
You're not saying I would give up all this for that.
That's right. That option isn't on the table. It's literally just saying, well, what moments and memories and things and fun and filling your cup do you get from them? It's a very different cup.
It's fucking sick.
You know what I mean? It's so fucking sick.
It is the greatest thing. Yeah.
Like we in my group, when we in 2006, we went to Sydney. There was like 6 of us. So whatever. We still talk about that trip today, 20 years later in 2006. We went to Sydney. It was like 6. And I'm like, remember we did this, we did this. It was so much fucking fun.
And you're just doing the dumbest
shit.
Yeah,
We're
it's like
all
you're doing
laughing.
the dumbest shit.
Last year.
Do you have a group chat with your boys?
Yeah, of course.
And it's obviously
I've disappearing messages.
Is it really?
No.
It definitely is.
That definitely is. Fucking hell. No,
Is it what's the group chat?
just calls boys dinner. That's all it's called.
That's it. Come on, man, get a bit.
I'll fucking change it
let
today.
your hair down.
I'm going to change it today. They're going to be like, "What? Who changed the group name?" I said, "Don't worry."
I have so many group chats, so many.
But yeah, like even last year we went to Rufus de Sol, all right, and we just had a night out. Like we had a night out. I drank more than I've had in a very long time. We went there. We had a great night at the actual concert itself, and then we went to Arbery Afloat after, I think it was, and we just had more drinks there, and we were just talking shit, and we were meeting new people. We met other blokes, met other people there. It was just a lot. It was just a random night, but it was so much fun. And we still look at back, like even that was I don't know, 5 months ago, whatever it was. We look back there, fuck, that was fun. That was such a good night out. That was the best night out we had last year. So yeah, it's a very different cup that it fills, but I think it's an important cup as well, because then when you have that connection and those feelings and those moments and those memories with your friends, you actually come back as a better person. I think even coming home to work, it like rejuvenates your soul. You know, it gives you a bit of energy and
it's different.
and joy.
And I think as a man, you almost get to be a kid again.
Yeah, that's so true. We are very immature. Very immature
but like you get to like, man, and like if you're a guy listening to this, like I'm sure at some point throughout that last few minutes, like you've cracked a smile because you've thought of something that you've done with your boys. And you're like, oh yeah, that
remember
when
that.
he did that thing.
Remember that.
And he fell and broke his leg.
Yeah.
And it's like the stupidest shit.
Yeah, and it's like side splitting laughter. Like, do you know what I mean? You're just there and you're fucking I've been with my mates crying with laughter just on the stupid shit we've done, and it's like,
I'm the worst like that. Yeah, like when I'm laughing, I can't stop laughing.
Just have to fall over.
Do you remember how much? Do you remember how much I was laughing at the 10X conference? And I was shaking.
What was that for?
I was shaking.
Oh.
I was shaking the whole chair over.
That was so good. Oh my god!
Yeah, it's like I can't. When I laugh, I can't
Scott,
stop. Dude.
I love you.
It's Scott. Yeah.
Thank you,
Scott.
Oh shit! When's he coming on the podcast? We still send each other these fucking.
Yesterday.
Oh, did ya? We still send each other fucking a personal, an inside joke every time. Oh shit!
Yeah, that is funny. But yeah, I think those moments, man. You know, I think those moments in friendship are like.
We got to go back. Right.
That Vegas trip was sick.
Yeah, it was good.
That was, yeah. It's those things. Do you remember how much we were laughing at the Alex Hormozy scaling workshop when Scott he moved his chair? Do you remember?
Yeah, that's right. And the whole thing made. Oh my god.
Oh man. Yeah, I think
got kicked out.
I think you can't. Like, sorry, but you can't compete with those fucking moments. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm sorry, you just can't. You know what it is, dude? When you're with your missus or your kids or whatever it might be, you turn into protector kind of mode. And you need to make sure everyone's okay. You need to make sure, you're okay, you're warm, you've been fed, you're all right, you're good, you got everything you need. Like, when you're by yourself, all that goes out the window. Like, all of that completely disappears, and yeah, it's you can't compete.
You're making it sound like you have no fun at home with your partner.
No,
your kids.
I think it's super different. I don't have kids. I think it's super different. It's very, very different.
It is.
It's chalk and cheese.
Yes. And that's not to say like you still can't have those amazing moments. And memories and stuff
that's
like that.
not.
We're not
at
saying
all.
that. No, I think you really need to clarify that.
No, I don't.
It's not saying that at all. Robbie doesn't give a shit.
No, it's not that. It's like, I guess anyone that would be listening to this that knows me, that might get upset about this, I've had this conversation with, they understand. So I'm not worried about that side. But if you're thinking like, I think most men feel that way. Not to discredit your partner or anything like that, or your kids or your family or anything like that, but I just think it's just different.
Mm-hmm. What about the girls? Girls' nights out. you reckon there's the same
I
elements of
don't
that?
think girls can have as much fun as guys. I just don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
We'd have to ask the girls. We'd need some girl opinions here.
Think about a girl's night out. Does it seem anywhere near as fun?
No, it's just high tea and like tea and biscuits.
Yeah, and I'm sure
That's shopping. That's all it is.
I'm sure they enjoy it.
Mm.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying time out with the boys might be the greatest fun thing you can do. That's my opinion. I really stand strongly by that.
Okay, so if you haven't had a boys' night out in some time,
Yeah, you got to book one in.
schedule it in.
But it doesn't mean go out and go to the strippers and
No, not at all.
cheat on your missus.
No,
It just
it's
means
not that at all.
It
It's
can
not even
be.
in that.
It can be just sitting with your mates in a fucking room.
Yeah,
That's it.
watching TV,
The right
playing
people.
poker.
Yeah, the right people.
Yeah,
And it's like the right group, the chemistry that can eclipse everything else.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? The greatest times I can think of in my head are like just like we're at McDonald's.
yeah,
Yeah, it had nothing fancy about it.
yeah.
We were just at Macca's and I could not stop laughing for reasons I can't say on air. And
Too good.
yeah, it's like I stand by what I said. If you're offended, good.
You've come to the right place.
Nah, I think I believe most people would agree.
Yeah.
With what I just said. Like it's just different. Not bad or good, different, just different.
Mhm.
Fills a different cup up that I think you can't otherwise. You can't. It's very difficult to find a different way to fill that cup.
Mm.
Oh, I've struggled, I should say. Like for me, I've always filled that cup up in that way.
Yeah.
And I'm fortunate enough to be able to still do those things.
That's really true.
Yeah, it
You
is.
can't, like, how else would you fill that cup up? And
Yeah, it's like-
well, I actually don't know.
No, yeah, like hanging out with your missus fills a different cup.
Yeah,
And it's like, it's great.
and it's an important cup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like-
it's so different.
Yeah.
It's like very, very, very different. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
It's rare. And you can go and you can hang out with your missus and have a laugh and blah, blah,
Yes,
blah,
of
and do all
course,
that
you can
jazz.
still
Yeah.
have side
But
splitting
it's not the same.
laughter
It's
and,
not the same.
and fun and all that sort of stuff. It's just they're different.
Yeah.
Just different. That's all it is.
It's not the same. So
Orange juice and apple juice.
if
Still juice.
orange juice and apple juice.
Still juice.
Trying to compare juices.
It's different. It's still juice, but it's just different juice.
Imagine someone said, "Are you comparing orange juice with apple juice?"
I'm offended.
So, in saying that, if you haven't had a night like that, maybe this is your reminder to go and do that. Maybe this is like the, hey man, reach out to that person you haven't spoken to in some time, or reach out to that group of people, or have you ever started up a group chat after years of it being dead? You just go in
Ooh,
and you
no.
find it, and then you're like, oi, and everyone's like, whoa. It's great. Maybe do that. Maybe go and find a group chat that you haven't spoken
you know
to.
what? I had
over
that
12
happen
months.
to me.
Yeah,
I
then
was
you
in the
s-
chat. Someone said something. It literally hadn't been spoken to in years.
Years, yeah, and it's like someone just
And
found
someone
it.
just wrote it. And,
And then you see everything and you're like, oh my God, this hasn't been spoken since 2019.
How fun.
Go do that. Go do that. If you're listening to this, go find an old group chat. Your group chats should not be named boys dinner.
No,
George,
change
grow
it.
up.
Change it.
Grow up. Yeah,
being
that's
so-
very, very mature.
It's upsetting.
Yeah.
And hey, connect with someone that you want to, that you haven't in a while.
Yeah.
Like make an effort, give them a buzz, say, hey, we're going for dinner. Let's go do it.
I agree. I think you very rarely turn around and say, fuck, I shouldn't have.
Shouldn't have done that.
Shouldn't have done that. Very rarely.
Exactly. Awesome.
Good chat, eh?
Very good chat. Very good chat. Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for listening. Make sure you connect with your friends and make sure you connect with this podcast because many of you listen, but you don't necessarily follow, and you could follow and it'd be the greatest thing ever. And hey,
this is the
we will
perfect-
be your friend.
This is the perfect segue. Send this to your friend.
Send it to a friend.
The one you haven't spoken to in a long time. Be like, oi, listen to these idiots.
Yeah.
And listen to them talk about some shit. And then your friend, if they're a real friend, and they listen to this whole thing, they will get to the end. And then this is your sign now, friend who's listening, to message that person back and say, let's do dinner. Or
Absolutely.
something along those lines. And if they don't, then you know maybe they're not your friend.
And if you have a friend of the opposite sex, dump them. Right.
Dump.
Now. Get rid of them. Cut them off.
Dump.
Just send them
Yeah.
a text. Say, hey, I'm sorry, can't do this anymore. This is over.
Yeah, and if one of your mates turns around and tries to make any comment about a female, you let them know that you're friends and you've never, ever,
You would never,
ever.
never. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, guys.